the button is being pressed down into the tank, so that's releasing air. I went ahead and I just broke the air seal by pulling this thing right off. Now you can do that, but I'd recommend against it if I were you. Typically what you want to do is have this plugged in like this, nice and tight. You got your pressure on. And the proper way to take this off, I just showed you the wrong way so you know. Right? Your hand won't blow off, but it will make a lot of noise and it will be, you know, a little gnarly. So basically I got pressure on this again and I'm ready to take it off. The proper way to do it is to go ahead and turn off the valve on the tank first. So setting the gun down, that means you back this thing out. Right now it's pushed in, which means airflow is going. The hose is somewhat pressurized. We're going to back this out until it's just loose, and then put it in just a tiny bit. So that should relieve the airflow here. So the only pressure in it is from this point to the actual gun. So now, when I unplug this, there's still going to be a little bit of a rush of air, but notice how it didn't keep flowing out high speed, all loud. That's because the only remaining air was just actually physically in this hose, and that's it. Okay? So again, you want to unload and load this thing with respect to the air with the power off and with this unplugged. Okay? Make sure you leave these unplugged so that way if your hand accidentally grabs the trigger or if there's some malfunction with it, when you plug that in, it's not going to start shooting BBs like crazy, which it could very well do, right? So be smart, don't be a dummy. And like I said, the best way to do this is to plug it in, get this thing on there nice and good first, then go ahead and turn the valve on your hose to pressurize the system. Alright? You never, ever, ever want to try to pressurize, want to plug this in while the hose is pressurized. Unplugging it is one thing. Trying to plug it in is just a stupid idea. Just don't do it. Okay, so right now this is real loose, meaning all that air pressure is pushing that little button straight up, and since I'm not counteracting it by tightening this, the airflow is not going anywhere. So now with this loose, like this, right, I can go ahead and unplug this entire hose. You're not going to hear any air come out. Well, okay, a little bit of air, just a bit. But nothing like before. And that basically sets you back to normal now.